Yo guys, what is up? A bit of a different angle, just wait. This is a video about how to get into shape, and like this is not meant for like my subscribers that have watched me all the time and stuff. This is meant for the people that have just clicked on this video for the first time. This video is for teenagers, people like me, how to start actually bodybuilding and growing and stuff like this. How to start off, what to do, what to watch out. If you don't have any equipment, what to do. I'm going to tell you all the mistakes you shouldn't make, stuff you should do. I'm going to talk about just the food, the sleep, and the exercising. So, once again, as a 15-year-old, took that top off to like obviously, show the physique that I'm in some shape, and I do have the right to talk about this. But anyways, so let's start with the most interesting thing. Exercise and just working out and how to build muscle. Doesn't matter what your goal is, this is all facts, okay? So let's say you're 13, let's say you're 12, let's say you're 14, 15, around that age, 16, 17, doesn't really matter. You need to be careful in the fact that you cannot afford to overtrain. You may have seen on social media guys like training super hard and like, their face is all red and they're gonna explode, and like, oh yeah, if you like, no pain, no gain, stuff like this. Yeah, okay, you have to train really hard to look good. Yes, that is true, but although that is all facts, you need to understand this thing, that you've just started, your muscles are not experienced, if that makes any sense. They're not that strong, so you cannot afford to train super hard. My advice is, don't jump to lifting weights unless you're like 20, stuff like that. Your muscles are pretty decent, just like naturally because of your testosterone levels and all this stuff, okay? Don't have an ego in this. Start by just like doing push-ups, squats, dips, pull-ups, body weight exercises, and don't overdo. Don't be like, I'm gonna do 100 push-ups in day one. Bro, chill. Your goal is to like do a decent amount of this body weight exercise, train up your body, give it a month, maybe less. Train up your body a little bit. This is the smart way, trust me. Train up your body so it's capable of working out properly. Or like if you're older, yeah, you can go to the gym straight away, but don't overtrain. Be really reasonable with the weight that you take and use, because if you overtrain, first of all, you may injure yourself. Second of all, you may overtrain to the point that your muscles will be sore for a week, and that's going to hold you back big time. That is just overdo, too much for your muscles. I've even heard about this thing that I think it was a girl, she trained too hard and her muscles are just like, they tense so hard they just cancelled. They just, if that makes sense, they just stopped working for like a while, and she had to go to the hospital pretty much, and they got it done there. But apparently, yeah, her muscles just gave up, her whole body pretty much. Well, not whole body, but like her legs. I think it was her legs. Females train legs most of the time, not really arms and that. Yeah, her legs just gave up. That's just how hard she trained. See, you got to be cautious. Don't have an ego with this. Training hard is really beneficial, and of course, in the long run, when you're experienced and your muscles can handle pressure, yeah, that's when it makes sense to start training harder. So I don't really know if I can give you like a time limit, like how long you have to be like not training crazy to failure. That's what it's called. Training super hard is to failure, pretty much, where you're like, that's your last rep, that's it. Even if they put a gun to your head and said do the next rep, you just couldn't. Okay, don't start it off like that, because you're just gonna, like I said, injure yourself, absolutely destroy your muscle to the point that it'll take a week, and you think, oh yeah, the more sore it is, the better. Not really. It's not even like really proven scientifically that sore muscle means that you've like done a good job. You may not have any sore muscle at all, and you've done a great job, and you engage the muscle, and it's gonna grow and it's gonna progress. But I mean, anyways, if you just started and you're just doing these push-ups that I recommend, push-ups, dips, anything, pull-ups, bro, all this stuff is good. This is base, this is normal, this is natural. You will actually improve. Like, you'll get stronger in like a week or like 30 days if you just keep training. But you don't really have to train every day, unless you're not like really sore the next day, like proper sore. You can train again. I mean, let's say you did push-ups and your chest is sore, your shoulders. Okay, do some squats that day. Go for a run. All this little stuff, But if you go to the gym, like I said again, maybe first day you did was chest, okay, your chest is sore, what's not sore, your arms are okay, do some arms. But like I said, first month, don't have an ego, don't jump, train optimal, not too heavy at all. Now is not the time to go to failure. If you're not even starting to do weights, after a month you get a little bit stronger, then you can go to the gym. There, don't train to failure crazy yet, it's too early. After a couple of months, that's it, boom, you can start training harder. Plus, by that time, you're gonna learn how to do the right technique, the right form, mind-muscle connection, all this stuff. Your gym knowledge, if that makes sense, will be very, very much greater than it was earlier, and you'll definitely be able to train the right way, the safer way, and the correct way. Okay? It takes some time to learn. This is normal, we're humans. So don't overjump with it. Give yourself some time. This is not a thing. You can't become big in a month, okay? This is a long-term thing. This is kind of a lifestyle, bro. Come on, working out is fun. You've got to be honest. Like me personally, sometimes I'd be finding working out kind of boring. Like I say, myself, I'm not crazy, but I know the facts. The coaches out there that are fat and they know the facts, okay? Don't know why I said that, but like even I find working out quite boring, but this is because I'm in a home gym, okay? That's why I may have that bad mindset sometimes. The other day I went to an actual gym. Thing is, where I live there's no really public gyms, so I was like far away, and there was like this not this home gym. There was this gym in this hotel. Fucking cherry. The gym was so good. I mean, it wasn't actually crazy. It was actually pretty small. The size of this room, low-key. No, actually, no, it was bigger than this. My bad. It was bigger. But, like, for a gym, it wasn't that big. But it had all the equipment you really need. And it's a massive game change. I mean, when you can do cable row, bicep curls, and all that stuff, to me, it's more fun. And then the gym becomes fun. Bro, trust me, when you join the gym for the first time, you go to this, like, commercial gym, call it what you want, and you see all this equipment and how it works, you'll find the stuff you enjoy, you'll learn, and then you'll start eating better, and that's it. Speaking about eating, you know, I'm not really crazy like that with the diet. Some people will ask, like, what do you eat? Because, like, my abs are pretty crazy. Not right now, actually. Like, bro, your bros gain a little bit of weight. But still, abs look good, and that's, like, my main thing. I don't even train them, bro. I don't even train them. Like, I'm not being a sausage. I'm being honest. I don't train them. I mean, they're not that crazy, but still. For abs that are not being trained, they're pretty good, but let me break this to you. Most of the times, abs are just genetics. When you start bodybuilding, or whatever it is, trying to get that aesthetic physique, or maybe just conditioning yourself to be stronger and you're like an MMA athlete, call it what you want, you will realize that you're not going to train abs. Bro, I do not train abs. Still, I don't even know the last time I genuinely trained abs. Don't train abs. Well, I don't. You can if you want. Okay, people are different. It's just that most of the exercises I do, the core is engaged, so my abs get tense. Like when I'm doing weighted pull-ups, you know, you tense your core to be more stable, and it hurts the next day. So that's not really training abs, but I mean, they are engaged and they are used. So I don't know, maybe that keeps them in shape a little bit, but I kind of doubt it. I think it's just my genetics, the fact that not even just the abs, just pretty good muscle definition, and therefore the abs are visible like this. So really happy with that, but like I said, don't go crazy focusing on a certain thing. Try to balance it out. You know, I've been slacking off training my arms. I'm getting back into it. My arms are supposed to be one of my best things. Okay, I'm sorting that out right now. But anyways, bro, whoa, I went a totally different way. Speaking about diet, okay, I'm not a big time diet guy. I don't really have a diet like I was saying earlier. I just try to eat healthy. I mean, my mother cooks pretty healthy food genuinely, like, if we consider what she makes. Yeah, she doesn't really make processed stuff. It's high protein meals. I'm not gonna lie, almost everything contains protein, meat, yogurt, all this good stuff. But I do slack off, like, in the fact that sometimes I just don't eat as much as I should. This is actually my big problem, which I'm going to speak about in a second. This might be a problem as well, especially if you're trying to bulk up. Me, myself, I should be considering to bulk up. I mean, I low-key am, I've put weight on, but anyways, we're not going to go that way because I'm going to get lost. I'm yapping like crazy. I do slack off. By that, I mean, I do have cheat days a lot. Like, I had McDonald's. Yesterday, I had KFC. I mean, for me, it's no harm because, look, like, I'm not fat. You know, I'm not like cutting, so to me it's no harm. It's actually decent because like there's a bunch of chicken there, so the protein, I mean, for a guy who's pretty skinny, it's good. I mean, I'm not even that big, like I said, but I do have experience. So anyways, see about the foods, it's just like always protein. I love some steak pie. Mwah, bro, you know, usually steak pies are like this, like pretty small, but the one that I have, fucking cherry. It's big, bro. It has a lot of protein and it's good. The protein farts after it though are wild, but forget about that. You should eat pretty healthy, have it balanced. You have to eat more healthy stuff than junk food. I would say that pretty much every meal I have is good, but I do mix it in with some Doritos, stuff like this. You can't afford to. It's just that you don't want to have too much sugar. That's the killer, low key. Can you drink coffee? I don't know who would ask this question. Me personally, I tried coffee for the first time yesterday. Yeah, and the coffee won't do anything. You can use it as your pre-workout, which I haven't tried either. I've only tried coffee. I don't even know if it gave me energy like that or anything. I don't know much about coffee anyways, but it's not gonna, you can have your coffee or whatever you want. Have your sweet stuff. But just so you know, the sugar's low-key killing your testosterone levels, which is therefore making you less of a man. Like low-key disturbing your puberty. I mean, you're human, so you should have fun and eat stuff. But just don't have too much sugar because it's going to give you acne like what I have. That's not because of sugar, by the way. It's just low-key hormones. But don't have too much sugar. That's like the killer. That's like the worst thing. Just genuinely, most of the problems come from sugar. So junk food is allowed. I mean, if you're really trying to lock in and you're like cutting down, chill with that junk food. Find something that's junk food but doesn't have too many calories, so you can afford to treat yourself with it, but then you're not going to gain weight from it because it's not high calorie. If it is high calorie, you're cooked. You're going to be literally disturbing your cut and the way you're cutting down. I mean, I'm not even a professional in this. I'm just saying stuff that I know from watching fitness videos and stuff like this. Like I say, diet isn't my strong side, okay? But also, I don't count calories. But I think in the further future, if I will consider doing that, which I don't know how really, but if I do, then I think it will enhance my physique a little bit. But what I'm actually going to lock in is I'm going to start watching more scientific training videos, use that research, and consider changing my exercise. Also, trying to save up on a really good gym machine that I'm going to pop in here. I'm going to squeeze it into this tiny room. If you watch my vids, you know that I am training a home gym, by the way. Don't go to a commercial gym. I feel like if I did, I would be bigger, low-key. But yeah. Anyways, so that was the training, the diet. Okay, now it's the sleep. This is the big boy. Trust me, this is the big boy. I mean, just think about it in your head, okay? When and how do you build muscle? When you go to sleep, bro. So you obviously need to sleep a lot, bro. 7 to 9 hours. You're trying to get 7 hours all the time. It's not even that hard, bro. It's really not even that hard. If you've actually worked out properly in the day and done your stuff, had a nice time with your friends, didn't do any stupid shit, like f***ing about and sitting in bed and doing nothing, you'll be okay. And you'll just fall asleep anyways. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep, me personally, I'm like around 7, 9. I mean, if you sleep in 10 hours, I don't even know how could you sleep 10 hours. But I guess it does happen if you stay up till 3 a.m. after like watching UFC or some shit, which is what I do. It's really important because that's when you grow. It's also really important for your testosterone levels, and especially if you're a teenager, bro, you're growing. This is the most important time to sleep. Is grown-ups that can pull off not sleeping for like 7 hours and they get 6, and they're decent, have a coffee, off to work, and they're okay. But you, bro, you need to sleep because not only are you trying to grow that muscle, you're trying to still grow in height and your bones and everything. It's vital, especially for your hormones, which are also related to the muscle growth of your body. So sleep, really important. 7 to 9 hours. If you're getting that 8, you're in that middle, you're perfect. If you live in the UK, you should easily be able to get 8 hours, really, unless you're like a really busy person, which I hope is good for a good reason. I respect it. And it's also advised to not go to bed later than 12, and actually 11 is like the perfect time because of hormones and stuff like this. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but this is just stuff that I've read online, which is obviously not a lie. So best time to sleep, 11. I know it's really hard to go to sleep at 11, especially when you're a teenager, you know, and you don't always have to do this. You know, you're a teenager, you're supposed to live life. Put your life number 1 on the place, but don't put your health number 2, if that makes, I don't even know what I just said. But anyways, you get what I mean. You're still supposed to have some fun. Obviously, like, yo, if you want to watch like the Copa America or like the UFC with your boys, and you have to stay up, which I do, by the way. I watch the UFC with my friends often. I can't wait for that Manchester card, bro. As a person who watches the UFC and I go to the gym, obviously, bro, it's once a month. Stay up. It's okay. You can slack off a little bit, but stay locked in. Don't get too comfortable. Just because I'm sugarcoating it, bro. You're still a fat bitch or a skinny bitch. You need to lock in, okay? So those are the basics. I don't even know what other questions could you ask. What would you want to know? Okay, let's get a bit specific with the training because that's what I'm best at. That's where I have the most knowledge of the stuff that I've just talked about. Okay, bro. How long do you rest? This is a really interesting topic, and I've changed up my training multiple times with this. I remember I had one guy who I know who's built who was telling me, bro, rest 1 to 2 minutes. Then scientific research is like rest 3 minutes. You get the muscles to rest more, then you just train more. The perfect middle is 2 to 3 minutes. And I'll explain why and in what cases you rest this time. This is when you're like further and more experienced. I'm not really sure about when you just start off. How long do you rest? I guess at 2.5 minutes is perfect. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Maybe 2. But anyways, let's say you're training legs and you've just done a super hard set. You deserve 3 minutes of rest. If you really trained your legs really hard in the set, they'll be exhausted. They need a little bit of time to come back and do the decent amount of reps, like 8 to 12. Talk about the amount of reps you should be doing in a second. But anyways, if you've done a really hard set and you did 8 reps and you're cooked, don't rest for 2 minutes because the legs are a huge muscle. Okay, let's say you did Bulgarian squats. So this is exhausted. There's your whole leg. Okay, if you've just done that, you deserve 3 minutes to rest because you're really trying to recover the muscle from the fatigue that you've just gave it. And if you let it recover, then you can. If you let it recover, then you can come back strong and do a decent amount of reps. Not like 5 reps and be done. Okay, but if it's something like biceps, which can take a lot of work, and they're a pretty small individual isolated muscle, rest 2 minutes. Don't rest 3 minutes. This was a mistake that I used to always make. This guy that I really trust in his fitness advice, and a lot of people do, natural athlete, not really sure what he's called, but I keep seeing his TikToks. He spoke about this and it really does make sense. You shouldn't be resting too long on isolated movements like shoulder, like lateral raises, bicep curls, hammer curls, stuff like this. You shouldn't be resting too long. I'm not really sure about training your back. I guess if you're doing pull-ups, the whole back, and plus it will engage some of the arms, you can rest 3 minutes on that one because to be fair, that is a lot of muscle groups involved in one certain exercise. So recap that. If you're training a pretty small single muscle group like the biceps, you rest 2 minutes. If you're doing some big muscle group like the legs, let it rest 3 minutes to come back strong and really perform because it's a really big muscle. It's going to really tire you out if you've just smashed it for like 11 reps and you're like, "Argh!" Understand that. Now, we're going to talk about the amount of reps you're doing and then we're just going to finish the video. So, this is also a really important bit. Like Jay Cutler says, you should be doing 12 reps, but let's be honest, it's around 8 to 12. It also depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're training for aesthetics, so muscle growth, you should be doing like 12. And what I mean by 12 is, let's say you grab, 2.5 kg, and you're doing lateral raises, and as you can see, it's super easy, okay? And you're like, okay, I need to do 12 because Mark said so. Yeah? Okay, let's say this is the 12 rep. Boom, you're done. It was effortless. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is you take a weight that's heavy, which will tire you out, and find the perfect weight where you're fatigued and tired and you perfectly finish with no energy left on the 12th rep, 11th rep, 10th rep. That is perfect. So let's say you throw away the 2.5 kg, yeah, and you take a 10 kg dumbbell and take 10 kg dumbbell in this hand and you start doing lateral raises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, see, it's super heavy. Oh, you did the 9th. Last one, you have no energy left. 10, boom, that's perfect. You failed. You can't go beyond. That's what I mean. So don't be doing 12 reps like 5 kg, which is like this, and think like, oh, okay, I've done 12 reps, that's it. No, the aim is to just fail a little bit like before 12 reps and have no energy left. So like 11 reps, I mean, if you fail on 12 on the dot, congratulations, you found the perfect weight. That's what I mean by the reps. And if you do less, if you do like 5 reps, 6 reps to failure, that's kind of like building your strength more. I'm not really deeply educated on that at all, so I don't really know what to tell you about that. But that's what powerlifters do, and guys that are trying to build strength. So if you want, you can do that if you want strength. And if you want to know more about that, search up about that. How many reps should I be doing to build strength in the gym? Boom, that's the answer to your question. I don't really know much about that because I'm thinking I don't really want strength that much. I want the muscle size more. Plus, while you're getting the muscle size, the strength comes itself. So that's it. I mean, the same with strength. If you're getting strength, you're getting some muscle size low key as well. But to be fair, most of us go to the gym not to be that like super strong, but more to be like built. But anyways, hope you loved all that information. I feel like I've said so much stuff and it's kind of sloppy and shit. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to become great at YouTube. So might be watching. Imagine me watching this video back in 2 years and I'm like 100k subscribers, stuff like this. This would be cool. I'd be really proud of myself if I do that. But anyways, hope you liked watching the video and rated my advice. I think what I said is pretty much true. I don't think there's no lies in what I said. It's just common knowledge from someone who has a bit of experience and has dived into this fitness stuff. I've been bodybuilding for like a year and a half. I've low-key always been kind of into fitness, but didn't like start bodybuilding since like a year and a half ago. Before that, I did just pull-ups, push-ups, and I already have these abs, by the way. But anyways, hope you loved watching this. If you want to see more videos about how I, like the training idea, how I train, I may make videos where I'm just explaining the exact stuff I'm on about in detail. I think it's a pretty good idea, actually. Let me know what you think about that. Like and subscribe if you like. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.